Just walked in, there's no one in the house, but listen, Jamie likes to play music for the plants. Tell me if you do this. Do you play music for your plants? There's more. Can you hear this? I think she has an obsession. It's time for you to decide how you want to live. Hey, what's up? This is Pete Scott here, and welcome to another day, you've guessed it, in how to build ultimate confidence. For today's tip though, I want to go beyond confidence, because you can have the confidence, but if you're not using it for something, then that confidence will soon be wasted. So as you'll see by the title of today, it is about decision, and more specifically, a decision to choose exactly how you want your life to be. I was in London today and I was working with a client, and I thought to myself, wow, you know what? I feel really fortunate because this is the life that I've chosen, and this is the life that I decided to live a number of years ago. I remember when I first started trying my business like 7-8 years ago, and I only made a half decision, and this is what most people do. They make a half decision. Oh, I would like to do a business, or I would like to get in better shape, or whatever it is. And the problem that I ran into quite quickly without having that full commitment is that I had one foot in my business and pretending that I was running a business, but the other foot was in uncertainty. The other foot was in listening to my friends that were saying it's hard to build a business, that I should probably go and get a real job. Now, don't get me wrong, that fire definitely won in the end, because I knew if I kept pushing, if I kept challenging myself, that eventually I would find a way to succeed. But what I found during my time of indecision was that I was not getting the clients that I needed. I couldn't even afford my rent, and quite quickly I was kicked out of the apartment I was living in central London. And so I ended up sofa surfing. I was sleeping on friends' floors, and then one particular friend that I was sleeping on his sofa, I remember he looked at me and he said, Pete, what are you gonna do with your life? And it was actually in that moment that I thought to myself, I'm gonna make a freaking decision here. And I said to him, I'm gonna work 3 days a week going into companies around the UK, and I'm gonna earn £500 a day. And he laughed at me and he said, come on Pete, get real. Why don't you go out there and get a proper job? And he had a valid point, because the person I was being at the time wasn't serious, wasn't committed to their goal. But because I knew I had to make a decision, and by making that decision and getting totally aligned with my goal, instead of being 1 foot in and 1 foot out, I was fully committed to what I wanted to achieve. Anyways, cut a long story short, within 2 years, I had surpassed that goal on a massive scale. I was delivering training 5 days a week, even 6-7 days a week. I was traveling all around the world, and I was getting paid very well to do my work. And I realized this today again, that actually it is about decision. Whatever it is that you want, until you fully decide, until you commit, you will not be the person that you need to be. You will not wake up with the goals, the habits to really make it happen. So what is the area of life where you know you've got more potential, where you know you could contribute so much more, but you haven't yet made the decision? I urge you today to think about what will happen when you make a decision to succeed in that area of your life. So that's my message for today. Excuse my voice. For some reason, I've lost my voice over the last few days as we're speaking, but think about this area where you need to be decisive and go out there and make it happen. And I will see you tomorrow.